body, my name's Lips of Flame. Back here to let you know on what's going on. That I'm really pissed off that Dr. Bussick, that jerk, and his entire staff, low-life degenerate, ghetto, low class. And those are the compliments. That's how bad they are. Yeah, how I just got the voicemail. I don't know, he sent it like 2 weeks ago. Like, I saw the date. It was the day after my last appointment, like after July 19th. And I just got it. I don't know. I think I kind of saw the number, but I didn't recognize it. I figured it was like a spam or something, that the hackers, Home Depot, Walmart managers, and then Discuss neighbors here send, I sent it to different phone numbers I don't recognize. I don't know. They just sit there. Or eventually I delete it months or years later. I don't know. But I don't know. I didn't see it. Maybe it's delayed. I didn't see a voicemail there. But I happen to be using my phone. Maybe when I was paying attention. Maybe it was there the whole time I didn't see it. I don't know. But yeah, I listened to it, and this son of a bitch says, again, blaming the victim. Like, he was so embarrassed to talk to me. This is how he's talking the whole time. You have to talk to me about it. And next time, tell me about these things, call me back, I give my number to all the patients so they can call me. He never gave me that. That's a lie. He never did that with me. I've never had I don't think doctors do that. I think that was his cell phone. And he goes, next time talk to me. And I'm like, what a two-faced fake. I'm like, why would anyone talk to you when you're behind it? You're approving it. You're the owner. And yeah, that's what I was thinking. Next time, talk to me, And, well, first of all, number one, you blackmail like you're doing now. Ban us or kick us out. You guys say, oh, we feel that you can't trust us. We feel reluctant on you going ahead with we feel reluctant with you, moving ahead with us because you don't trust us. Something like that. Or, oh, yeah, you're accusing me of this, so, you have to leave and don't ever come back. Stuff like that. Find a new doctor. Or you say stuff like, you just deny it. Why would we do that? Okay, how would that go? Fans, how would this go? Oh, well, Dr. Bussick? Yeah. And I never see him on any of the appointments. Check if that's normal. I don't have insurance. It doesn't cover orthodontics. I don't know if that's normal. Maybe that's why my first wait was like an hour long. I don't know if it's because I didn't have insurance. And anyway, I've never had any of my appointments with him. They're texts. I don't know if I'm being gypped or what. Because he's never seen me. And just my first appointment, that's it. When he wanted the money and had me sign the contract. And he drilled these gaps in my teeth that I didn't have before. So you better fix them, because this is all your fault. I don't see why I'm not allowed to come in. Oh, terminating my service. Why? Oh, because you're embarrassed. So I can't come to you. You should be embarrassed. That's not my problem. Again, they put it on me, I throw it back at them. See a psychiatrist, deal with it. Take it to a lawyer, take it to God. Take it to a fucking confessional. Go on those confessionals, talk to a priest. Why are you punishing the victim? Victims fight back. That's why I do not let them get away with this. Your fault. You did it. Anyway, like, oh, next time tell me about it. Yeah, and okay, how would that go over? Oh, Dr. Bussick, who I never see. I'd probably running around, opening doors, begging to talk to him. Oh, hey, Dr. Bussick. Oh, your whole, that would be an insult to him. I'd be like, oh, you and your staff are calling in stalkers, third-party proxy monkeys, or the managers and supervisors directly are walking in here and then bad-mouthing me with some fake inquiry, some fake consultation, anything to get in, which is fraud. And then they're talking, not smack about me, but they're giving me compliments behind my back. They're saying mean things about me. They're telling you to harass me, hit me, this, that, and God knows what else. You know, they're bribing you. They're begging you to be mean to me. You know, okay, what would he say? He's saying, tell me. Well, okay, then what? He's gonna be like, what the hell are you talking? He's gonna play dumb. Why would we confront you? It's one of those two things. Anyway, it hasn't even been 2 months. I'm on a 3-month plan, 3 appointments. 3 appointments have passed, but he's still in the middle of it. The gaps that he drilled are still open. And I have to wear rubber bands on top and bottom teeth. He broke off. It's a 12-month. They deduct $137 out of my account every month on a 12-month plan for $1,800. And the deal was a 3-month plan, and to close the gaps in my teeth, and then also give me 2 sets of retainers, which are these I'm wearing here, and they're not finished. The wire's kind of bent because my teeth are moving, and that's a problem. This son of a bitch and his bitch staff, crazy fucks. They left in the middle. I'm gonna fight really hard to get back in, because you can't do that. This is a power play that they don't have. They can't control me, or they can't control me. They don't want to control themselves and can. And no, this is a ripoff and a fraud. So I'll let you guys know. Please help and complain everywhere. And so teeth move, the retainers get loose. Last time, nick of time, the night before my appointment, literally the retainer was hurting my mouth. Like I said, I had a red bloody cut underneath one of my teeth, on my bottom teeth. And when I put the rubber band in, I tried to force myself to wear it because I'm trying to close the gap, really trying to make this go real fast. And it hurted so bad. So then it felt like a nail was jabbing, prickling inside my mouth, like underneath my bottom teeth. So I had to stop wearing it. And then that's when she rejected my card, that fat pig, Madison. And I didn't even think of this. I realized this. Oink, oink. Why didn't she type in the numbers? She could have typed in the numbers. I don't know what excuse she would have made. She probably wouldn't have had one. That's a good... I was going to say, you need to type in the numbers, you bloated pig. Anyway, I don't know why. They're so fat and dirty. They're so overemployed and underskilled, and they sit on their fat, weak asses, and then they purposely cause problems because they're racist. They don't have anything else to do. They don't have anything else worse to do with their time besides eat and harass minorities. I don't know, maybe whites, but anyway, predominantly, Asians and like me. Anyway, so I asked them for removable Hall retainers. I don't want the clear one. They don't hold the teeth that well. And just in case my top, I originally had a bottom permanent retainer. That means a permanent retainer bonded to the back of my teeth. Had that for over 20 years. Nothing happened to it. But to close the gaps on my bottom teeth, he said he had to remove them, so they broke them off with a pair of pliers, the tech, on his orders. And nothing was wrong with that one, but I agreed to it because they can put on a new wire. That was the deal. He said after that, it's my choice. I can have it or not. And I said, yeah, I want them. And my top retainer was already broken. And I remember Dr. Becker and that bitch staff, the one... she's two-faced. She had cut my lip with the tech Brittany. They had cut my lip so bad on purpose. They were purposely making impressions like 5, 6, 7 times, ripping it out on purpose just to cause me pain. Because Home Depot, Walmart, and the Scuzz neighbors told them to. Cause her pain, anything to put her in pain, stall, delay, so we can surround her, harass her. They did the same thing. I complained to the Indiana State Board, or the Indiana Dental Board, and they got in trouble. And I sent pictures of my bloody cut. Anyway, that stupid cross-eyed bitch, she's so scary looking. I don't see how her husband, whatever the hell, fucked her and had an erection. It's like, God, guys can look at, I don't know, a troll and get an erection. She looks like a cross-eyed troll anyway. By the way, you should be ashamed of yourself. Dr. Becker, fraud, abuser, like the rest. I think it's a mom. I hope your kids are far, far away from you. I hope they're grown up and got the hell out of that house. Anyway, she's cross-eyed and she's really rude and disrespectful. And I've always been nice to her. Anyway, after I don't know, 18, 19, 20 years, I was just thinking, in case the bottom wire breaks. I originally got the bottom wire from her, permanent back in my teeth, and I wanted to make a retainer. This is like, I don't know, years ago, 5, 6, 7 years ago. I went there, and she made me clear retainers, and I didn't know anything about retainers back then, but I realized she's just lazy bitch. I originally wanted something like this wire. She tricked me into thinking they don't make Holly retainers anymore. And she was just lazy, and she gave me a hard time. That's a older story I'll tell later. And her and her staff gave me a hard time. They didn't want to give me my retainers because they purposely scheduled me to come in on the wrong day, and then they said they didn't have it ready and I was supposed to come on a different day, which is a lie. But I stood my ground. They finally gave it to me. Anyway, it's like they thought I was gonna walk out of there after my mom paying $300. Fat, again, overemployed, ugly, hillbilly, fat, insane, dirty, stinky, smelly bitches, uneducated bitches, low, degenerate, ghetto bitches. Anyway, I don't understand. Good women like me who come in on time every day, we get the shaft, and shit like that, who commits crimes, breaks all, they get to have jobs anyway. They're all dirty anyway. Yeah. So she originally gave me the wire, and then I told her, just in case it ever breaks, I wanted like a bottom retainer. So she made me this clear, ugly one I've never used. And it never broke, the bottom one. So anyway, my top one broke, and I didn't realize it. And so the top one broke, and I didn't realize it until a while later. And so then I went to Bussick's. I didn't go back to Becker because she didn't do a good job. And number 2, again, I was trying to see how they tracked me, and that was a breakthrough moment. Had I not gone to Bussick, I wouldn't have known they were using like a license plate if there was no tracker on my car. And okay, so because this time I have no phone with me. Before I had my phone off. And anyway, so I went to Bussick's, and yeah, the wait was long, blah blah blah. And we discussed it, my treatment plan, and he was supposed to put like, I told him I wanted Hollies, and he told me, I didn't come to, like, he didn't know how my teeth were before, and he didn't give me braces before, so I had to tell him, like, what was the problem with my teeth? Was it crowding or gapping? And I told him it was crowding, and he said, so Holly retainers. I was like, I want Holly retainers regardless. I make that decision. I don't want the clear, ugly ones that don't get those. The clear ones, they won't hold your teeth correctly. The wire ones, they hold them in place 24/7. Anyway, I told him the top one broke, and just in case the bottom one, and I remember the reason why I brought up Dr. Becker is because she was so rude to me last time when she was making the bottom one, the clear ones, lazy ass. She was saying, and she was having a receptionist yell at me when I was making the appointment on the phone, and even in person, they said this and she said this. I told her just in case it breaks, the wire, and she goes, oh well, if you really think it'll break, I mean, it's been this long and it hasn't broke, so it's not gonna break. Well, what do you say now? Bitch, dumbass. Oh, you're pro in orthodontics. You went to college, dumb bitch. Well, it broke, stupid bitch. Anyway, and her receptionist was yelling at me that, well, if it hasn't broken this line, you're not gonna break. Dumbasses. Okay, so anyway, so yeah. Wow, what you think about that, dumb bitch? I'm more educated than even I knew someday they'll break. So after 18, 20 years, this top one broke. And that she said it would never break. And anyway, so I told him, well, just in case the bottom ones break, I want like while I'm waiting to, I don't know how long it takes, the same day or a few days or a week to get an appointment in for emergency like that, to get a new wire behind the teeth. I want like a holly retainer, this one, see, a wire, a removable one to hold my teeth in place. And I want top ones too. What the hell, just get top and bottoms, just in case the permanent retainer, which is bonded behind my back teeth, and like and then on my top teeth, they're bonded on behind my two back teeth. And he said, well, we'll discuss that later. First, we have to close the gaps in the teeth. I was like, okay. And that'll take 3 months. And I was like, okay. And I was like, yeah, I'll get the wires later. And he said, him and his tech said, well, today we have to remove the bottom wire, permanent retainer. When I say permanent retainer, I mean the wire that's bonded to the back of my teeth permanently. That never come off. So we have to take off the bottom, the permanent retainer on your bottom teeth. I said, okay. So I remember they took his tech and broke it off, snapped it off, and then sanded my teeth. She did, and then she let him take over, and he sanded all these 4 gaps on my bottom 4 teeth. See? These 2 ones have little spaces. They're almost done. And now I have to put a rubber band around the retainer on the bottom and around, see, the top hooks on the top to close these teeny little gaps on the side you barely see. Anyway, that's what's happened. And then after that, I have to come in every 3 or 4 weeks because these retainers get loose and stuff, and they have to readjust them. And now he wants to stop, drop, and drag everything in the middle. Your service is terminated. All because you're embarrassed in social media. Stupid ass. Then don't open it. Then you shouldn't open up your own business. And just because you have a business doesn't mean every single review on different websites is going to be positive. Every business gets a bad review, and you know what? You deserve them. Every business has a bad review, And he acts like no one can say anything about it. Yeah, we can, and we will. This is normal. This is like eating, sleeping, urinating. Everybody does it, and we're not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. This is normal stuff. And the thing is he does it, his kids do it, his grandkids do it, his great-grandkid, his wife, girlfriend, whatever the hell, his whole family, all his employees, all his patients, they do the same thing as I do. And you guys, Home Depot managers and the Walmart managers at all the stores, especially the ones at Maysville Road where I used to work, the one who abused me badly, and the Coldwater Road ones, they're abusive too. But the Maysville ones where I worked at, how would they like it if them and their kids, and also the Springfield Scuzz, the Springfield Glen Villas, them, their kids, grandkids, how would they like it if, their service was left in the middle? I wonder how Dr. Bussick would like it and his family, wherever the hell they go, dinner or wherever, if in the middle of it, they got pushed out of their dinner at a restaurant. What, in the middle of eating their dinner? And they're like, no, we don't want you here. I wonder how they would feel. Anything they love to do in the middle of it, if they were grabbed and taken out and their service wasn't finished, how would any of them like it? Any of the managers, supervisors from Home Depot, Walmart, their kids, grandkids, or in the middle of their kid's birthday party? Halfway through, or a third of a way through, we double booked. Get out of here. And then pushed them out. How would they like it if they were treated like that? I bet they'd love it. Okay, so anyway, we agreed to that. And now, my teeth are still shifting. The retainers are going to need to be readjusted. The gaps aren't closed. He broke the back of my wire. He promised me he'd replace it and give me top ones that go from that go behind the back 4 teeth instead of the top 2 teeth. He still has to do that, or my teeth are going to shift. And so he wants to leave me out in the middle, in the middle of the retainers with all this going on. It's still in the middle of changing. And then, he's not going to finish the wire in the back. And then he says I owe $646 and some odd cents. And the treatment plan starting in June is supposed to be for 3 months. How the hell do you get $646? And he hasn't even finished the work. It's supposed to be with the brand new adjusted retainers, which hasn't happened, with the closed gap, and the third thing is with the permanent retainers bonded to the back of my teeth. Like I said, should the permanent retainers ever break, that's what these removable are for. Right now, they're closing the teeny little gaps in my teeth. And that's what's happening. And now he's like, oh, yeah. It sounded like, I'm like, did your 7-year-old kid or 7-year-old grandkid or great-grandkid write this? It sounded like a little kid wrote it. Childish, petty, they're jealous, they're just low-life degenerates, uneducated, stupid, unknowledgeable, stupid people, you know? And, like, we've contacted you several times, which is a lie. Just that one time at the end of one of my appointments. And then this phone call, and then this letter. I just got the letter yesterday. And saying, me and my staff have contacted you several times, which no, they haven't. And, you know, we've asked you to take your post. So he's acting and sounding like, hey, it's something we don't like. It's not illegal, but, you know, we don't like it, so you didn't take it down. You know, exactly. Don't bring my blog into this. I'm like, why are you telling me? Why don't you go to Home Depot, Walmart, and the Springfield Glen Scuzz neighbors here? Why are you asking me for help? You're doing this on everybody. Go to them for help. Why? They won't help you? Did you think they were your friend? You've just been used. You thought they were your friends. Oh my God. No, they used you. Beg them for help. Don't bring me into this. I feel like this is 10 years ago. You never brought me into this. Anyway, like we've been asking you to take your post down and you haven't been doing it. So we're terminating your service. And how old is he? Like 67? And, you know, he doing that. And he says, you still owe me $650, and I will send collectors in the courts after the money. I didn't even say no or talk to him after that. I didn't say whether I'd pay or not. Like, oh, and I'm like, is he trying to scare me? Is this legal? That's why I'm posting this. Can he do that? I'm like, if someone really knows I owe money, don't they send a bill and say, you have to pay this by this date or else? There'll be a late fee. If you don't pay the late fee, then he didn't even send a bill or anything. So I don't get that. And then on the voicemail, he was like, yeah, you gotta call me about these things. You know, let's work this out. You know, next time tell me about these things. I'm like, but you already knew. You mentally sick mildewoid. You don't make any sense. Okay, so I'm supposed to tell you about something you're approving and something you're doing behind my back. Come on. Something you're going, woo, high-fiving. Go team. Yeah, with your whole scummy staff. And, you know, next time tell me. Instead of apologizing, admitting, telling me why they did what they did, posting it online, a confession, you know, apologizing. They haven't even apologized to me about what they've done or admitted to any of it or told me why they did it and what they're getting in return, you know. The only way they can remedy this, they would have to do something that outshadows what's already happened, what they've already done. They have to do something bigger and badder and publicly denounce Springfield Glen Villa's Scuzz neighbors I live around, publicly denounce Home Depot and Walmart and say that they hate them and post it. They'd have to do something so big and so bad and admit everything and tell me why on video. And most people, and I'd say 99% of people don't do that, so forget about that. But yeah, he's like, and I'm like, why are you calling me now? You son of a bitch, along with the staff. That lady talked to me a day earlier before he sent that message. Yeah, buddy bunny, see, like sitting at the computer, like, oh, it's a big deal. And now I didn't even sit down. Like I said no, 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 like 5 to every time she asked me. You know, I saw make my appointment and I walked out. Stupid. And she was like, I was like, yeah, well, acting is really not gonna come down. Even my mom, even normal people, they're like, get the fuck out of here. This is nothing what you did. This is normal, exactly. You should have never done it. You made poor choices. That's not my problem. I don't care about this. I don't feel like I'm a part of this. I'm not involved. And you're not doing this for me. You're doing it for you because you're concerned about you, your scuzzy little jobs, and how you look. But from June 13th, remember, for 2 solid weeks, I was nice to them. I already gave them 14 chances for everything that passed. Someone contacted them and they filled the entire parking lot except for one, pretending to act like they knew. I think they thought I was going to Fort Wayne Dentist. But Fort Wayne Dentist, don't go there either. Don't go there. Take your business away from them because they're in on it too. They were contacted and they were asked permission to take up all the parking spots when I came in. Because both of those places, Bussick and Fort Wayne Dentist, they're connected, those buildings, and they share the parking lot. And they're pretending to act like, oh, we know. I think they thought I was going to the dentist because someone stalked me 2 or 3 years earlier when I went there. I think that's the only way they found out how I got there. So I think when they're being pinged through my license plate, I don't know how accurate it is. Or, like I said, all over town, the places I've been to, which isn't that many, if it's not the license plate, I find that hard to believe. I don't think it's that easy to track someone with the license plate. But either they're being pinged and they all went, as I drove along, and then they filled up the parking lot, pretending and then walking in the middle of the street, you know, because they knew I had to turn left. So they thought it was okay to walk in the middle of the street and crowd it, pretending to act like they knew. When it was an old couple that just woke up across the street and quickly ran across the street, probably on a walkie-talkie. Or where is she? Where is she? Hey, get up. Can you run across the street and pretend to act like you know that Nadia has an appointment? Because, you know, we got pinged that she's on Jefferson Boulevard. Or they didn't get pinged, and like I said, they stalked me a few years earlier, had a person drive behind me, and then they just parked at all the places I've been to, including that dentist and the Glenbrook Mall and the Northwood Chase parking lot. People say they can see them doing that. They're that crazy and obsessed and vigil over you. Yeah, they can do that. And anyway, June 13th. From June 13th, the first time I went in there, that was when I called. June 14th is when I went in person. So from June 13th, the time I called, June 14th, and all the way to June 27th, my next appointment, remember? I posted nice things about them. I didn't reveal who they were. I said I got stalked to a business I went to. I wasn't sure because I didn't want to, I don't like ruining a person or business reputation if I don't know. And so I wasn't sure. I thought that was weird because I told you they made a U-turn and then that car that sped up behind me as I was backing my car out. And it didn't give me room. I banged one of my back tires on the back of the curb like there was a plant because it was blocking me. And my tire could have blown out. I could have sued you. You got lucky for that. And I wasn't sure. And but I remember it sped up behind me with blue headlights. That means that's a threat. Blue headlights. If you see a lot of blue headlights in the day, that means I'm around, and that's a threat against Nadia. We're gonna kill you. That's what I mean. Gang, sucker, 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 sucker. What'd you do today, son? I was a gang stalker. I'm a gang sucker, 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 sucker. That's what they do. Gang begging, more like it. I see me as a stalker. I'm scary. I'm like, I've never understood stalking. I'm like, even in the movies, I'm like, you think a guy behind bushes is gonna make you want to be with him? You think hiding in the bushes, trying to force some chick to be with you is gonna... I wouldn't care. I'd be like, I know myself, and I'd be thinking, well, I'm not gonna be with this guy, so he can stand there all day. Because I make the final decision, so I'm like, what happens when they don't get what they want? We're just gonna keep posting it, so. Anyway, that's just embarrassing and degrading to them. So I see me as scary, the stalker, because, I'm not giving them what they want. and I'm continuing my life, so they're getting absolutely nothing out of it but pavement pain in their feet from just following me around outside. That's awesome. Anyway, so from June 13th, that phone call, going in there the first time, a call off, with the call off. June 14th, somebody during that 2-hour period, the parking lot was filled, so somebody went in there, third-party proxy monkey, or one of the managers or one of the SCUS neighbors went in, falsified something, some type of fraud service, just to talk shit about me, lies about me, and bribed them into doing something, going against me, because I'm not one of them. They said, she's Asian, we hate, Trump, this, or, we hate her, with the Trump stuff, racism, and and so they went ahead and sided with them. And the next time I went there, June 27th, I remember I told you in my first post how they stalked me to a business. I didn't give out their name, where, because I wasn't sure. And they saw that. And they also read my blog. I have it pinned on, I have more details that were lost. I mean, I don't know where it went, but I have most of it. I'll retype some. I have to add more details in it, but there's a post I pinned to the top that's up there 24/7 explaining my story of being beaten and abused literally at Home Depot and Walmart by the managers of both stores and supervisors, and then the SCUS Springfield Glen neighbors too. And they read that, and I don't want anybody's sympathy or anything. I'm saying, look at that. These are rapist supporters, rapist inducers. They're helping rapists, kidnappers, abusers, child abusers, racists, attempted murderers, tire bashers, thieves that stole my phone at Walmart. And then even the manager said that they didn't have the footage when they did. And it was one of their friends who stole my phone. And all of a sudden, everybody said they're state-of-the-art cameras, and some of the cops lied for them. And one of them was a black guy with short dreadlocks. He's looking at me like, what are you gonna do? Like, when they told me, oh, they didn't have the footage of the thief stealing my camera. And he was like at the entrance, right at the entrance after doors at the side, there's like a secret place where security opens the door and it leads back to security and cameras. And then another guy with beady eyes and glasses and like kind of dark gray wavy hair. I think he's been to my house before. He got me in trouble, almost written up by telling me, go ahead and go on break, And then I got in trouble for that. And they were in on it. It was at night, too. And I think it was February 18th, 2018. I remember it was a year I was fired, and it was in February. It was between February 18th, February 27th of 2018. And I remember the manager, Dave, lied. I think he wanted to see if I'd say anything about me coming back late from my break, which I didn't. It was really 7:15 when I came back, and he said, because you came back at 7:10, how did you know how to come back? Something like that. Because I was telling him, the cop told me that Ashley said, go, one of the managers there who punched me in the back of the head, he said, a supervisor of yours told me to tell you to go on break. And then Dave was in on it. He was like, oh, you're not supposed to. We're supposed to tell you to. I go, well, he told me Ashley, one of the supervisors who got her ass kicked out there for abusing me, punching me in the back of the head. She, Ashley, your supervisor told me to tell you, go ahead and go on break. That's what he said. And then got me in trouble with Dave about it. And they're talking to me in the office about it. Dave and then this ugly old fat new manager. And they were in on it too, along with Jeff Ridge, he's in on it too. He's telling them to continue it. At first he downplayed it because he wanted to look cool. It's cool to bully women. Yeah, but the current manager, Jeff Ridge, he's in on it too with the kidnapping and stuff. He's just as bad as Cedric, Fleet, all of them. And Stacy, Matt, Bill, Nick, Josh, Dan, Brian, they're all equally bad. And anyway, so that happened. And I wonder, this guy through my doorbell one time when I had security, I was like, is this the same cop, the guy with the wavy hair and the beady small eyes? I was like, that son of a bitch was trying to get me fired. Anyway, they were in on it and said, oh, there's no footage of her hitting the back of the head. And my mom was like, yeah, it sounds like they're trying to make you mad and fight with them and then just walk out. I was like, that's not even what I thought or felt. But anyway, I remember it was like 7:10 at night when I called the police. So it was between February 18th and February 22nd of 2018 at Walmart Maysville Road, like at 7:10 p.m. And I remember I filed a report. And so pull up those cops' name. One of them was a black guy. I think he had a goatee and short dreadlocks. And then the other guy had glasses, small eyes, and then like dark gray kind of wavy hair. I think he works this area. I think he's come to my house a few times. I'm not sure. And but inside the store, when I saw him, his hair looked like a dark charcoal gray. Here, I don't know, maybe it's daylight. It looked a lot more grayer. Anyway, that happened. Okay, so anyway, back to what I was saying. Got off track there. So yeah, we agreed to that. And where was I? I was talking about the letter. Yeah, call me back. He goes, let's work this out. And he goes, because I'm going to have to get he goes, yeah, those posts need to come down. Or I'm going to have to get my lawyer involved, And I'm like, no, they don't need to come down. This is an open heart surgery. This isn't a need. I don't have a triple bypass from a heart attack. This is no need. It's your opinion and desire. That's not a definite need. That's a desire, something you want. Opinions, meager little feelings here and there. It's my post and I can do whatever I want. And don't fuck with people. Don't fuck with your patients. We rule. We control your lives. We make and break your careers. Don't mess with your patients next time and take your page down and don't move far away. Open up your business. Hope to hell nobody recognizes you and your staff and your name. And don't ever mess with your patients again. Next time, you need to care about being a doctor and the tech serving patients, doing your job, and not on being unpopular with the social misfits and rejects of society. You need to care about that and not that. Stop messing with your patients and take your page down. You can take your page down. Just because you don't have a business, fans, all alike, good people out there. Just because you have a business doesn't mean you have to be online. Take your page down. You take your page down. You're the bad one. And him and his staff, they're introducing threats, violence, unhealthy environment, holding the door, just like at Allergy and Asthma and DuPont Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics on DuPont. They did that too. Yelling behind me, stalking me, nurses yelling, watch it, watch it, watch it, like as I was walking out. They did that everywhere. And then they have hidden cameras inside the exam rooms and the bathrooms. How else do they know? At DuPont Hospital too, when I was getting knee x-rays, they would jiggle the lock every time I took off a piece of clothing and started screaming. I'm like, how do you know every time I'm taking off a piece of clothing? And then they were talking about what color of underwear I was wearing at DuPont Hospital. I'm like, how do they know that? And at one time they jiggled the doorknob, trying to scare me. It didn't scare me. I was like, if you see me half naked, go ahead. I was on my bra and underwear. And they opened the door and then slammed it shut when I was like taking off a piece of clothing. And every time I took something off, they started screaming outside the changing room. It was where you get knee x-rays at DuPont Hospital. And then they had some janitor banging with the sweeper where I was sitting. Allergy and Asthma Center 2 on Leah Road, they were banging the back of the wall where I was sitting. I was so mad. I couldn't call the police. I wanted to. Again, they'll kick me out. See, they blackmail you. So I called the news on speakerphone to embarrass them. And I told them that they're beating me here, they're attacking me here, Anyway, got off track there. Anyway, they do that everywhere at all those places. And Ready Met on Maple Crest. They were telling kids to hide behind the walls and stare at me and snarl and stuff, And I reported that to corporate, and the lady was like, she said the kids were just hiding behind you and like snarling. And she was like, She was like, yeah. She was like, oh, yeah, that's not. She said, yeah, it sounds like they said. Anyway. And these are old hags that work there. Petty, jealous, chilled, racist. Okay, so anyway, I'm back on track. So anyway, that's a story for another. I'll tell those individual stories in different videos. I got different videos for every story that I will explain in detail, no matter how many years it takes me. Each story is gonna get attention, a separate video. Anyway, yeah, and he sends me a letter. Oh, you won't take your post. I don't have to. So can you complain for me? I mean, we're in the middle of it. I mean, no, you have to finish the service. Is this legal what he's doing? I don't want to go to another orthodontics here, all because you're embarrassed. And it's normal what I'm doing. It's like I'm showering, I'm eating food, and he's kicking me, and he's terminating my service for it. That is your problem, not mine. And I'm like I said, they had 2 solid weeks. Again, I didn't badmouth them, nothing. I gave them 2 weeks. They didn't contact me and say these weirdos came to. They didn't tell us that stalkers, Home Depot, Walmart, your scuzz neighbors came in here. They badmouthed you. They like I said, bypassed me, and they decided to take their side and do the devil's bidding. They didn't contact me or talk to me, and now they want to talk to me after my post. And after they're receiving glowing, raving reviews, raving, ravenous reviews, all of a sudden they want to talk. No. I'm like, you didn't involve me. When I see that, when you show me you took the devil's side, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. That's when I start my story. And there's no going back. You had 14 days, June 13th to June 20th, to contact me. You didn't do it. You went against me, you attacked me, racial slurs, physically attacking me there, surrounding me. They're crowding me, surrounding me, the employees, hitting the back of my head repeatedly, stuff like that. And I don't know, some big fat bitch. I was like, you better not follow me. You break it, you pay for it. I don't know if it was a guy or a girl, but they were stomping like earthquake in front of me. And then they, like a guy that jumps on a girl when she's laying down on a bed. That's what some guy or girl did. They pretended to fall on top of me. I'm like, bitch or motherfucker, whatever the hell I'm like, you better catch yourself and not fall on me. I was like, you break it, you're gonna pay for it. I was like, I will call the police or an ambulance. I was like, you better not break any part, because I'll make you pay for the plastic surgery. They caught themselves. I'm like, what if they didn't catch themselves? They're pretending to act like they fell on me. And then they caught themselves. And it was they got some big fat heavy bitches working there. It was while I was laying back. I was cool though. I didn't have reaction. I didn't flinch. I was like, if it happens, that's the sort of person I am. I'm like, if it happens, I have a plan. I'm just going to call and get them in trouble then. Because there's always a place I can complain. So anyway, doing that. And, so yeah. They were doing that. And here's the thing, fans, if I didn't ask them, call them and ask them, why are you terminating her service? We're going to terminate your service. Anybody who works with them or gives them service, terminate their service in the middle of it. And don't tell them. Let them come in person and do it. And anyway, I'm like, yeah, you didn't tell me. You didn't do anything. And now, Now they want to make it work. No. Like I said, I'm done with you. When you show me you took their side, that tells me, that's when I start telling my story. No going back. Just like you didn't go. Like I said, I almost forgot. Good point I make. Another reason why the posts aren't coming down, truthful posts are never coming down. What if I didn't have a blog? Because I remember before I started posting about this, they were worse. They thought she has no one to tell. Nobody knows what they're doing, until I started going out on the sidewalk with poster boards. And they were hitting the back of my mom's car repeatedly at Kroger and Georgetown Square because I didn't have my phone with me. That's what I noticed. And then they attacked me at the Allen County Public Library at Georgetown Square, and then the downtown one, and then the Little Turtle one on Sherman Boulevard. Especially the one at Georgetown Square, they were doing it, kicking my chair. I called the government office right in front of them. And the guy who kicked my chair, he's like, what? And he quickly got up and left. I told him that they're kicking my chair, having a fake conversation, all just to kick my chair. They're like talking in between me. She's saying, you are da bomb. You are da bomb. And he's saying, I can help you. I was like, oh God. I was wondering what's going to happen here. I didn't think he's going to kick he purposely kicked my chair. I was waiting. I was like, excuse you, fucker, you better say. I was like, that's it. So then I was gonna call the police again. We're blackmailed. I'm blackmailed. I can't call the police or they'll ban me. So I called the library government office, and some fat smelly bitch with red hair, like trailer. She looked like she came from a trailer park. She was like, what is she talking about? And then she's threatening me. She goes, you're a liar. And she goes, I'm gonna kick your ass out of here. You're a liar. It's like, you can't get that back. She was like nervous and sweating and shaking, going, and then she couldn't take it. She finally got up and left and barely touched me. I was like, you hit me, bitch, when you get up and walk away. I will scream again. And she was like, I was like, you can't get that back again. And she couldn't come back. She tried to continue. She could not do that after I embarrassed her. I said, there's another lady here at computer number 12. She has red hair and, she's threatening me this, that, she's yelling at me. And she's she's starting a fake conversation with me saying, hey, you know how to do this? How many people just start talking to you? Exactly. And then when I did answer, all just to try and stab me and make me commit suicide. She was really rude to me. After asking me a question, hey, you know I do this, and then I helped her, and she goes, but and then I didn't care. I kept helping her, and then she looked surprised. And then that's when the black guy next to me, he was like, I can help you. And they're talking like in between me. I was like, you guys brush your teeth. You guys smell so bad. Anyway, back to what I was okay, getting off track. Anyway, that sort of stuff happens, and that I didn't have my phone with me there either, because I think that was when I started turning off my phone. Now I don't even carry my phone the last couple of years now anywhere with me, and that's why they hit me and attacked me again at this Bussick's, because I was wearing these infrared and it was a lot deader there. I think I forgot, not just license plate. I think maybe it's not license plate at all. Maybe it's just facial recognition. Something that has to do with heat. I thought it was my Wi-Fi blocking blankets. Because it traps heat, and I would put the blankets in my car. And I noticed it was dead every time I did that. And I think sometimes I would wear my infrared, their facial recognition, infrared camera blocking glasses. And that may be 100% of how they're tracking me. Maybe it has nothing to do with the license plate, or they're combining it. They're getting pinged, that naughty's face with her license plate. And they need my face. Without my face, they can't track me with my license plate. They need a ping of my facial recognition somewhere. I know. I've heard this word. I find that hard to believe, but if there's no tracker on my car, and like I said, when I don't wear the glasses, it's a lot busier with the stalkers. I notice every time I wear these black infrared glasses, it's Scott Urban, that's his name. Go to reflecticles.com. I didn't think they'd work, but this guy is da bomb. He is da bomb. This guy makes facial recognition. They say even criminals are using the ghost ones. I think the ghosts are the white sparkly ones to evade police, and it's working. That's how strong they are. They have infrared lenses that turn black, and they protect you from security cameras. And most security cameras that neighbors use and stores use are infrared. They're not like the CCTV. So that means they're getting a ping if it sees your face. And that was the other reason it was really empty one of the times I went. That was when the black girls attacked me and stuff. And I think they were waiting for me to take off my glasses. I didn't take them off. And that's when some creepy lady came. She gave me a mean look, and she's repeating what I said about teeth shifting to make sure I knew that the confidential, sneaky telling receptionist told her that. Something only I said to her privately on a recorded line. Can someone get her for that? Fire her for that. Anyway, And that's what I noticed. See, when they can't I took the phone away, they get vicious. They report, I couldn't believe, I was like, you guys actually think I believe you can get away with this and that the whole city is gonna do this? Get the fuck out of here. I remember I was using my mom's friend's Apple phone and I called corporate right there and they heard me. It got quiet outside. I go, they're hitting the back of my car. And I was debating calling the police. I was like, next time I'm going to call, I regret that. I was like, I'm going to call the police. But again, I felt trapped and blackmailed because I was like, they know, not all of them, a few dirty cops that work that shift, and they had it planned that if Nadia calls the police, make her feel hopeless, some cop affiliation they know, a friend or a relative, don't take it seriously to make her feel like she's trapped. So if she ever does call the police, and we don't know we don't want to get in trouble, really, because we don't know that we won't know that cop next time, so we won't get special treatment. Anyway, but I regret that. I should have called the police. And I was in the back of my mom's car, and that, like I said, at the library, and I noticed those 2 times I didn't bring my phone is completely off, and I popped the SIM card out, and that was the first time. That's when they started doing that. And then when I went to, that's when they got, who the fuck are you to hit me? You're the dumbasses that chose gang stalking. Live with it. Do it. You do it the hard way, 1980s way. Pre-dawn era of computers and cell phones, you ugly, hideous dogs, you pigs and jealous dogs and pigs. You get outside and do it the old-fashioned stakeout way. Get outside and sit in a fucking car. Stakeout out on the curb. They pick this line? Well, hey. Into the life of gang stalking, you dumbasses. Go be a math teacher or something. Do something honest. Or go work for a loan shark or a hitman. You're too stupid, obviously. You don't have the patience. But yeah, I did that too. When I went to Fort Wayne Dentist, and the lady there named Emily, she told me she wouldn't, and I don't know if it was her, but they had stalkers hiding behind that building to show Fort Wayne Dentist was in on it. They had stalkers coming out. One lady screaming at me when I was backing my car out, and I was leaving Bussick. And I went to Fort Wayne Dentist, I think, in 2021. I think. Maybe it's earlier than that. But when I went there, it was dead. And I remember that time, I think that was the last time 2 years ago I wore them. I didn't realize those were the blockers. And they also, the frames, the black frames, they reflect infrared light back. So that's why they're hitting me and they're mad, which you need to get control over and take medication to ease your anger, because I don't give a fuck. But remember, it's reflecticles.com, and Scott Urban, he's a countermeasures of surveillance spies, like this type of shit. He makes stuff against them. And this awesome, clever son of a bitch, he made all these 2 different type of frames. One's called the Ghost, that blocks day and night. It's the white sparkly ones. I have them in one of my pictures when I'm wearing all my stealth clothing. And they don't block as good as the black ones. But they're supposed to block during the day, more of a camera flash. It's for low light, the Ghost white ones, low light. You can go to his website and read about it. But the black ones, they blind the fuck out of these bitches. Yay! I'm like, who blind is kutte? Blind these sons of haram zade back. Who bastard? I'm like, you want to look at something? Now we'll give you something to look at. Here! And then they're blinded. So when you wear these sunglasses at night, security cameras, it blinds the fuck out of them. Or if you go out at night, you got nosy neighbor. No, nosy's nice. You got spying neighbors. Hey, flatter them. I don't care if they watch me, but I want them to know that, hey, we want you to know what you're doing. Do you know that LED flashlights? I would take any flashlight, but they say LED lights, they blind the fuck out of it. They disable the security cameras. That's why crazy Kathy and crazy Christy, they're all cucka. Convenient. That means you're crazy. Crazy Christopher, Christy, and Kathy. Kathy, that's why Kathy had her dog out in the video, because I started wearing my glasses. I want to test to see what happened. That's why she had that dog out there, because that was a threat to me that, hey, you're disabling my security system. Yeah, well, you should have used that to really secure your home instead of spying on your neighbors. That's what you get for gangbagging. And these frames, they reflect the light back at the camera. And when it does that with the security cameras at the homes and in the stores, it blinds the fuck out of them. And it makes the camera so dim. And here's the thing, it disables the motion sensors. So now, if a burglar comes, if I come, nothing. That's why she had the dog out there. That was a threat. That, hey, if you don't take off those glasses and quit blinding my security cameras, I'm going to put out like a fake guard dog to scare you, which they didn't. I mean, you saw me. It came a few steps up to me. I was like, go. I wanted it to attack me. I was like, finally, get an investigate. Good, scar me. I'll call the cops. And then we're going to see her text. Who she's texting Stacy, Jeff, you know, at Walmart, Home Depot, Felicia at Lima Road, Shanda, Brian, Dan, Bill, Nikki, all of them. Scuzz. Courtney, Ryan, Dave, all of them. Mike's, Kim, all of them. Anyway, yeah, so that's what was happening. I don't want to tell you guys at first. I want to test it and make sure. I don't like telling during my experiment. I'll tell afterward. But that's why I want to see what would happen, you know. And that's what was happening. They're getting mad because, and you know what? Now I take a flashlight fully charged to blind the fuck out. This one I have, it's rechargeable. It blinds the fuck out of them. You know what? I set it in the window at night near a mirror to blind. At night to blind. Night is worse for them. It blinds the fuck out of the cameras. I don't think it works during the day. Mirrors, if you put it in front of the window, mirrors work during the day. Flashlights, I don't think they work. But if you want something to reflect the light off your neighbors, put a big mirror behind your window. Well, I don't know. You know, they say thermal cameras, they don't work through glass. So I don't know. You know, mirrors reflect light. I'm guessing it goes through the windows. I don't know how much light it reflects through the mirror reflects through the window during the day at the infrared camera. But yeah, these black frames, remember reflecticles.com. Scott Urban is a creator and he's awesome. They really work. I didn't think they'd work. I thought maybe it was kind of fraudy type of thing. I was like, wow. Because like I said, every time I go out in public, it gets quiet. I'm like, oh, they can't find me. So I think they're getting pinged with facial recognition. And anyway, my point is it was empty. One of the last times I went in there, and I kept those glasses on, and that's why they hit me. Just like with the phone, they're losing their tracking. If there's no GPS tracker, it was the phone at first, now no phone for a couple years. Now, I guess they're even more mad because they're like, that was the last thing we could track her with. To connect to the I'm guessing they're so that was the only thing that linked them to the plate, and I'm guessing license plate isn't enough. I thought it was, but then I'm like, I see these cop shows, I mean, and I'm like, I don't hear much of that, people being tracked by license plate only. And then why do they have GPS trackers? Because it sounds like to me, if you can track someone through license plate and traffic lights, I'm like, well, that's almost like a GPS tracker. So I'm like, why do they still make them and use them? I'm like, and from what I see on cop shows, I'm like, something's not right. I don't believe you can just track someone through a license plate. I'm guessing they're doing it through my facial recognition and linking it to the plate. Because you can do that. They were linking the phone. They can link the IP address of your phone, your facial recognition, the more they have with your license, and they can track your whereabouts even better. Now they have none of that. And that's why I tested it. Anyway, my point is I want to track again. I wore these for the first time 2 years ago. Now I wear them too. And I thought it was my Wi-Fi blankets that was blocking, because they trap heat and they block Wi-Fi. Those blankets are block 5G. If you go on defendershield.com, those really work. I thought maybe it'd be a scam. It really works. If you put it over your head, you won't get a signal. That's how strong it is over your phone. And I would put that huge $500 blanket in my car, and I'm sure that helped too. If there's a tracker on my car, maybe it made killed it or slow signal. But if there's no traffic, I thought it had to do with my body heat, and when I wasn't wearing the glasses. And then I noticed, it's the glasses, those black facial recognition infrared. They reflect the light back and they blind the fuck out of them. I love saying blind, because I'm like, you deserve it. You want something to look at, you fucking spies. Hun gotta blind them. And that's what's going on. And remember, it works even better at night. And that's what I wore, and that the day they physically attacked me. I'm like, oh, I knew that. I was like, they're mad because I'm wearing the glass. And I noticed the traffic outside. There were like 5 cars at almost every intersection. There were barely any. I was like, I'm like, usually there are more cars. So I'm guessing they're getting pinged with the license. Like, again, geofencing. You can do geofencing with a license plate. But I don't think they're getting geofenced. I mean, now I don't know if the stalker cars with the blue headlights, if they're normal human being cars or if they're stalker cars. Because now the traffic is so low. So I'm wondering, if that's a stalker car, how did they get pinged, geofenced? That means they're getting a slower ping. How? So now I'm wondering, is it a real life, just a human car with blue headlights? Because I'm like, why aren't the other stalkers getting pinged? Why isn't it busier? Like when I'm not wearing the glasses. And I noticed that at the doctor's office. I want to tell you guys. I didn't want to tell you during my little self-investigation. But when I went to Parkview, I thought they got in trouble, and that's why they didn't do it. They didn't bring many stalkers in. But then I'm like, oh, I put it together. I'm like, it's those black those infrared blocking sunglasses. The frames reflect the reflecting frames. It's like, oh, it's like they're not getting anything. I noticed my service is a lot quicker a few times. And I'm like, I was wearing those black sunglasses. And I thought is when I was wearing a pink wig and I was wearing a license plate mask over my nose. I thought it was that. I had no idea it was the glasses. And I also carried a baby Wi-Fi blocking blanket. It wasn't that. I was wearing the black frame sunglasses. And I noticed, there were barely any stalkers there. And then it looked like, to me, I could feel it and see it. The nurses looked and felt stupid. Like, this is pointless. We'll give her quick service. And there was barely anybody out there. I was like, it has something to do with facial recognition. I've been studying this, I'd say, the past 2 years. I didn't want to say anything until I knew for sure. Now I know for sure, with the attack at Bussick and then this dog. I am so glad Kathy did that, because had she not had done that, even though she had bad intentions, that helped me. Had she not had done that, I still would have been guessing. At Bussick, I wasn't sure, but I was like, oh, I think it's and then when she did it, I was like, thank you. That's why I wore them out there. I wanted to see what would happen. Because I was doing research on this, and people also told me, talking to people, that do you know that when security cameras, even at I didn't know neighbors used home security camera that use infrared. I thought they used the cheap CCTV. They say it blinds their camera, and when it blinds their cameras, it disables the motion sensor, rendering their cameras useless. So they can't see Nadia coming. So there's no point in spying on me, because they can't get the motion sensor off of me, because I'm blinding it. I'm reflecting it back, their cameras. So it gets so dark, they can't see shit. So I am so glad Grandma Kathy over there at 5422, I am so glad. Thank you. I feel grateful and thankful towards her. Even though she had bad intent, I'm like, hey. I mean, that's giving me attention, so. I mean, they have impeccable taste, so I have to say that. I'm the target. Can't get mad at that. That's the ultimate compliment. Anyway, that's what was happening. That's why they tagged me at Bussick. I was wearing those the entire time. And the whole mood changed there, inside and outside. It's like they're all looking at each other like, might as well get her in and out. I mean, like, none of the stalkers can find her. We look stupid. We feel stupid. Get her in and out. Like, something they're not getting. That's what it looked like. Like, we might as well just give up. I mean, we're not getting anything. We can't track this bitch's movements. She's got those glasses on. That's why I kept it on the entire time. I wanted to see what would happen. And most of the time, I was like, it was quiet there. That's why they had the employees surrounding me and attacking me. I'm like, I guess they didn't have enough fake patients or real patients to track me. Maybe they told them, hey, we're not coming in. We're not working that hard. If she doesn't not have them, hear that? Oh, those are the crazy lawn trolls. Mishawaka, Adams, Buckeye. Anyway, right outside my door. Okay, so anyway, they're like, well, she doesn't have the glasses, so we're not going to track her. And I noticed that. I didn't know it at the time. Like I said, it's a breakthrough moment. Like 2 years ago at Parkview, everything was quicker. And like one stalker came in, and it looked like, and they made me wait for like 20 minutes, and it was dead. And I was wondering what was going on. I thought they were terrified because I fucked them up with the complaint everywhere. I made a bunch of complaints. So I thought they were dead fuck scared of me. And it was dead one of these times I went there. Or maybe 2 or 3 times. And now I look back, I thought, think, Nadia, think. And I was like, oh, every time I was wearing those black reflecting infrared sunglasses. And they were mad. Like, it looks like to me, you can see it and feel it, that we don't want to track her. It's pointless. So we'll just send one person in. And, we'll feel stupid and keep her waiting for 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes. No one's coming in. No one can find her. So then they send a nurse out. I thought they were trying to act brave. Like, oh, we're going to force you to wait, and we're going to let you know that we know that we're stalling 20 minutes, and no one can track you, and we're going to act like we don't care about getting in trouble, and we purposely stall your appointment, because in the past, if you didn't have those damn glasses on, we could stall your appointment 2 or 3 hours. Why? How? Because stalkers would be able to come in and find you. There'd be like 50 to 100 seriously fake patients coming in, more and more during my appointment, threatening me, harassing me. So they were doing they're changing the schedule at Parkview, even at the dentist, all these doctors, not just Parkview, all these places, including Bussick. That's what they do. But then they can't do it. Nobody's coming because they can't track me through the face. And every time I'm like, oh, and then the Bussicks, and then I'm like, And then another thing, at Small Claims Court, I wore the black glasses. And all of a sudden, when I was on the second floor waiting for the hearing, I was wearing those black reflectable glasses that they hate. I didn't know that at the time. And every time I moved my eyes, the crazy schizoids down the hallway, they would start screaming every time I would turn my head or move my eyes. This is the second floor of the Small Claims Court on 1 East Superior Street. Yeah, they're supposed to help us. They're a part of this too. And remember, complain to the Judiciary Committee in Indianapolis. Don't go to Christopher Nancaro, because he's a part of it too. He defends them. Anyway, they would slam the doors or start screaming, but they wouldn't show themselves down the hallway. Every time I would turn my head when I was sitting on the second floor waiting for the hearing, and I was like, so the next time I went to the hearing, I did something different. I wore the white ghost reflectacles. And all of a sudden it was quiet. And I was turning my head, moving my eyes, and they didn't slam doors or start screaming. And I was like, oh. And I was like, oh, they wanted me to stop wearing the black sunglasses and then try and trick me into thinking that the white sunglasses blocked it. When it was actually, the white sunglasses block more visible light, not infrared. So they were trying to trick me into thinking, oh, Nadia's wearing the ghost reflectical facial recognition sunglasses, or light blocking, IR light blocking sunglasses. So we're gonna act like dumbass. We're gonna pretend to act like we don't see her moving her head or her eyes. To trick Nadia into thinking these glasses are blinding our cameras. That wasn't it. And I kind of knew that inside. They wanted me to wear those white glasses because they didn't want me wearing the infrared ones. That's why every time I turned my head and I moved my head, they kept stomping, screaming, and slamming doors. They wanted me to think, oh, the black infrared glasses that they're indoor security cameras they're spying on me with. You know, oh, they wanted me to think, oh, the black ones don't work. When they were blinding them. That's why they kept stomping and screaming and yelling and slamming doors every time I turned my head, wearing the black ones inside. Because they wanted me to stop wearing them. When those were the ones that were blinding them. And then when I wore the white ones, and I want to see what they do. I was like, let's see if they slam the doors, and then dead quiet. I was like, something is going on here. I was like, I think this is a trick. I thought that. I was like, I wonder if it's the opposite. I wonder if they're acting quiet now with these white ones that block mostly visible light. They're trying to trick me into wearing these instead of the black ones. And they're trying to make me think the black ones don't work because they're slamming doors and making noise. But I still wore the black ones most of the time. I didn't tell anyone that again a couple years ago. I don't like telling while I'm experimenting, but yeah. So, do you think that's fair? Back to what's going on, with Bussicks. I mean, come on, asshole. I'm gonna say asshole bitches. Yeah, I'm like, what the hell is this garbage gump poopy ass shit? Yeah, he was so embarrassed. He was talking like, I'm like, why aren't you still not admitting to anything? That would be a crime. Worse if they posted it. I'm like, so take the latter. Finish the work with me. I'm like, the best you're gonna get is dealing with me. Because the only way to remedy this with me is admitting publicly and posting it, and then denouncing Springfield, Glen Villa's neighbors, Home Depot, and Walmart. Tell me why you did what you did, apologize, admit, tell me why you did what you did, and post it. They would end up in jail. I mean, those are crimes that they're confessing to. It's not good, but still, that's what I want. And my posts are going to stay up. They're going to get absolutely nothing out of it. That's my point. That would be worse for them. So the next best thing, and they're acting like this is the worst scenario, is dealing with me. It's a treat and a gem to deal with me compared to what I want, which is, you're never going to do that. They're never going to admit to those crimes and denounce everybody and tell me why they did what they did. Invading me and other patients' privacy. They're attacking us, giving out our appointment dates. No, I'm not going to help you. Anyway, he broke the wire. He promised to replace the permanent wires behind my top and bottom. He hasn't done that yet. And now my teeth are going to shift if I don't get service from him, which hopefully I can, because this makes no sense at all. We're in the middle of this, and the retainers are going to have to be adjusted again. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to have to wear these until I find another place to get permanent back wires? No. And the same thing is going to happen there. And I'm going to post the same stuff, the truth. So nothing's ever going to change because they're not supposed to be doing this. And I'm doing nothing wrong. And thank God I have this platform. I'm so glad for Facebook. I just want to sometimes cry and hug Mark Zuckerberg. I'm so glad you create, because for people like me, stalking victims, we can get our story out there. And now a pattern is finally being shown. You know, T-Mobile blackmailed me, banned me from like 6 stores. Now you're seeing new businesses. Parkview is such an old one. Bussick, Angela Becker, you know, they're attacking me, they're banning you. Now you guys are seeing a pattern. It's real, it exists. I'm a real person. They're really banning me, they're really blackmailing me, you know? That's what they're doing. So, I don't want to go to, I hope that doesn't happen. I mean, that's a pain for me. So he has to finish his work and then pay $600. No, this isn't worth $600. The retainers aren't $600. I already paid $137 in June, and I paid $137 on July 19th. He says I owe $650 more. For what? He says I still owe $650. So I'm supposed to pay for services I never got. You didn't close the gaps. You didn't adjust the retainers to the new adjustments, and you didn't put the wire, the permanent retainer, on the back of my top and bottom teeth. How does that come to $600? It's supposed to be $1,800 for all that. Stupid. You guys, please get my story out there. Please call them and ask them, why are you doing this? Embarrass them. I wonder how they would feel if they got treated like this. Whatever service them, their kids, grandkids get. Not just them, Home Depot managers, supervisors, cashiers, predominantly, you know, Stacy, the managers, assistant managers, the supervisors at both stores, Walmart, Home Depot. You know, how they would feel if it happened to their kids and, you know, their grandkids. Their services were halted and stopped. And it's for no reason. You don't take your post down. See, I could feel it through a letter that you don't have to do this, Nadia. We want you to do it. Or, you know, we feel, you know, we want them taken down and you're not doing it. So And the lawn trolls, they never come out here on Thursday in a long time. They're being, again, this is a you know, we're getting kicked, we're getting karate kicked with their video. We're getting in trouble now. You know, we want to get our 2 cents in, our wimpy punt, the self-defense mechanism. We're going to fight back. Yeah. We're getting in trouble with Nadia's post. Come on, let's show everybody. Let's do something. Let's do something forbidden. Let's send the lawn trolls outside of her house to harass her and yell death threats and racial remarks. I don't know if you heard them. They're saying, get out of here. I don't know, did you guys hear that? It was a couple minutes ago. And I'm so used to it. I kept talking and, you know, let's show them we're bad. We're bad. Shamo. You know, we're bad. Yeah. That's the best we can do. Leaf blower standing outside her porch. That's the only thing we can think of. Loud. Rev that motor up. Well, that's the best they can do. Wow, that is really deep. That is so big. I couldn't think of anything else better. That is the best thing they can do. Anyway, yeah. He sends those messages for nothing. So please complain to Attorney General. Please tell him all this, that the gaps aren't closed, adjustments still need to be made. You know, he's saying I owe all this money. I'm still supposed to have more appointments. So what am I supposed to do? I don't want to look for a new orthodontist. I don't think that'll happen. Hopefully they'll force him, and because this doesn't make this isn't right. That's why I'm posting this. Does this make sense? Can he do this legally? I mean, I have the contract that says $1,800. For 12 months, they'll deduct $137. I don't know if the first 2 months, I don't see how it's calculating the $650, if that's the correct amount. for barely, it hasn't even been 2 months yet. And he hasn't even been seeing me at any of the appointments. It's the text. Now, I don't know if that's normal. He hasn't been doing any of my appointments. Just the first time I met him towards the end when he drilled the gaps in my teeth. And he let me ask him a few questions. And then he wanted me to sign the paper, of course, for the credit card, you know, to be billed, to make more money off of me, you know. I had no insurance. That's the only time I saw him. And then his texts basically do the work. So I don't know if I'm getting my money's worth. I mean, or I don't know if that's a norm for non-insured patients. Can someone look at it? I mean, that's what I don't know. Is this normal? Is that a normal price? Can he legally do this? Because I need to know if I have to go to another orthodontics. Because readjustments are I'm gonna have this finished. I'm not gonna leave it like this. Readjustments are gonna have to be made on, and the gaps are gonna have to be continued to close. So I'm not gonna not get service. Is that what they thought, fans? Do you think that's what they thought, that I'm just gonna hide in here and not finish? Hell no. I don't care if you send a pack of wolves or a bunch of more scum blocking me. I'll bust through you like boulders, like I have been for 7 years. And I'll continue to for the next 70 years. Nothing's going to change, so. But yeah, I just want to let you know that I'm mad about that. Son of a bitch. Yeah, this is a blackmail, a power play, because they have none. They can't control me. They can control themselves and don't want to. You know that old saying, which I don't agree with. When people can't control themselves, they try and control how others see you. No. When people can control themselves and don't want to, they try and control how others see you. That's what it is. It's not that they can't. They don't want to. So, if you could just please complain. And is this normal? I'm not getting him on my appointments. No insurance. Is it because no insurance or what? He's just hiding about the blah. I don't know. I don't know if I don't even know if insured. I don't even know if insured patients I don't even know if insured patients don't get him. Maybe they get the same absence as I do. I don't know. And that payment, I mean, can he stop in the middle of it? I mean, he broke that. Hey, I'm like, hey, that's not fair. You broke off the back wire. That was originally from Becker. That wasn't even from you. You broke off someone else's work. You broke off my original back retainer on my teeth, bonded 24. You broke it, and you drilled off the glue that bonded it to my teeth. He broke it. He had his tech break it with pliers and then sand it off. And then my teeth are naked now without the removable retainer. I'm like, and he promised me he'd fix it. He promised me my teeth wouldn't shift, and he promised me he'd replace my permanent wire on my top and bottom. And then threatening me with collect. I don't know. I don't care. Go ahead. Sue me. I don't have anything. You'll be known as the guy. You'll join your white Ku Klux Klan, Home Depot, Walmart, and Springfield Scuzz neighbors of, keeping her poor mom, cancer recovering mom, out of retirement, supporting her because they killed all her job prospects. So, yeah, you're forcing her mom into working, and now you're trying to steal her mom's money. That's what you're going to be known as. There is going to be no civil. I'm saying had happened. I got no money to give you. And ain't nobody ever had a fucking successful civil suit when no one threatened them. Nobody contacted them. They're walking up to a wall and looking at it like idiots. Nobody contacted you. You're not important. You're not you're not special. You're not worthy. You're of no value. You're not valuable. That's me. You got it backwards. That's the other way around. That's why you chase me. Because you care about my opinion. I'm worthy. I'm worth it. I'm important to you. My opinion matters to you. Yours doesn't to me. Hence, that's why I don't chase you like an obsessive psychopathic fool. You know? And, yeah. So I want the service. Yeah. They don't want me to come back. I shouldn't be terminated because they're embarrassed to see me. They were so embarrassed last time. They were at the mood changed there too. It looked like they were acting like, and I'm like, you knew this whole time. They're acting like, oh, she has all the power to control us. I'm like, yeah, but you already knew that before I was born. The customer, whether it's me, the customer, we patients, we make and break your career. You need business, right? All right then. Why did you choose Home Depot, Walmart, and Springfield Glen Villas? Why did you choose them? When you know they don't make and break your career. We don't even care why. We're just saying ask yourselves that. When you know we had the power, you should have picked us. We're the queen. I'm your boss. Other patients are your boss. They're your kings and queens. We run you. Not Home Depot, Walmart, your scuzz neighbors, not you. You need the business, so you're not going to get it. So next time, don't mess with patients and take your pays down. Start over. I don't think you could move somewhere and be successful, so. I mean, once you do something bad and it's on the internet, it follows you. I'm going to make sure it follows you to China. I don't even have to do anything. Once your bad, dirty, dastardly deeds go on the internet, it tends to follow you for the rest of your life, so. And we have power over it. By then we're mad, so why would we take it down to help you after what you've done? The point I'm trying to make, and other stalking victims we're all trying to make is you should have never messed with us in the beginning. I don't care what you do. Give me flowers every day. Give me a $14 million mansion. I'll take it. But I'm going to continue to go against you and publicly denounce you. It's too late to do anything. You've already done it to us. We don't give a fuck. We don't care. We don't care if you're mean to us. We don't care if you're nice to us. We don't care if you stop. We don't care if you almost stop, a little bit, almost in between, go at it with this full force. We don't care. I don't care. I'm going to act the same. You should have never messed with me. And I want that receptionist, whoever the first point contact was for the third-party proxy monkey at Bussick, that's why I'm leaving the post up. Again, to teach them a lesson. They wouldn't be learning this if I didn't have a blog. They wouldn't be acting on. Would they be calling me, contacting me? No. They weren't doing anything. Like I said, when they had 2 solid weeks to let me know before I posted and let everybody know. They didn't contact me. You know? But yeah, that's what I want to say. We don't care. It's like, I don't care. I don't care what happens to them. I'm not happy, sad. If something good, bad happens to them, if they win the lottery, treat like kings and queens, I don't care. If they get kicked in the face, mauled, their kids, I should feel happy, but I don't. I don't know why. I just don't care. That's why we don't like you. I don't get along with these people. There's like nails digging into me with like this clear fluid, get jealousy, like, good, we don't want her to get what she wants. We don't want her to get any, they're like orgasming, finger fucking themselves. Me, I don't care. Like, if someone threw coffee on them at McDonald's and I heard about it, I'd be like, oh. But if it happened to me and they heard, they'd be like, yes, again, they have feelings for me. I'm of high value, worthy, I'm worth it. I'm important. I'm special. Me, I have zero those feelings for them. So I don't care what happens. I don't care if bad things happen to them. No. I barely even think about them. I just do it for the videos, and then I have to keep their names in it because everybody told me I dragged their names through the mud because it started with them. But I blame the businesses 100%. In Home Depot and Walmart and Springfield Glen neighborhood, they told them, they're telling the businesses, like Subway, everybody, like, just make her think that, you're the Almighty God, that we're the Almighty God, and, just make her think that, we control you, just make her think that, we control, your minds, just make her think that, you're really scared and terrified of us, just make her think that, we control your business, make her think that, we control every, You actually think I'm dumb, not that, so you think I'm dumb? Hey, I may be dumb for college, but I am not fuck stupid and like streetwise. I have a little bit of, I may not be street smart 100%, but I'm over halfway. I mean, I know the basics. I know no human being can be controlled unless you're like in a prison or a mental institution. I know people make their own, I know these people are doing it on their own. I know it's high school, elementary school. They're picked on, and that's what other people tell me. These types of people that make funny and join in, these types of people, they were picked on in high school. They weren't popular, and that's why they're joining in. Like, they're pretending I'm the nerd they were, and then they're pretending that they're the football player or the 100-pound homecoming queen that they could never be. They never were. That never paid attention. That's what they're doing. So it's a compliment I don't get along with them. I'm like, good news, I never liked you. I never said that, though. When they ostracized me at Walmart, I secretly loved it. And I loved it when they wouldn't answer. I called those on-the-floor breaks. I'm like, why would that upset me? I loved it when they wouldn't answer the calls. I'm like, hey, I'm sitting on my stool with the leg injury for 17, 20, 30 minutes. And they're purposely walking by, and I'm not going to call them because they know I called them. They're getting the hits on their phone, and my light's flashing. I'm like, I'm not going to call them. I'm like, I like the long breaks. I'm like, this doesn't make me mad. I didn't tell them that then. I didn't dare tell them that. Because I was like, then they're going to answer, then they're not going to let me relax. So, like, I loved it. I would actually eat puppy chow. So that, one time in my apron, in my pockets, I had dog food. I was leaning back, and I ate one of them, like Cocoa Puffs, some dog food someone left over. I don't know how I got it, but it was clean. And the customers, I guess they were told naughty, you'll get up. They look surprised that I was chilling out. That's what they told the managers, that, she's not upset. She seems to be enjoying it when you don't. Yeah, but anyway, of course I didn't dare tell anyone that, because then I knew that, they're going to answer the calls quickly. But, anyway, yeah, so like I keep saying, you're not finished with the work. Not just acting, they all know that, oh, the posts don't have to come down, and they still have to continue to work. Like, you can feel and see it that they know this is a stupid reason. This is no reason to knock on. I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm a master at this game. You guys created it, and you can't even play it. I have a first place trophy in the game they created. I'm like, play the game. You created it. I'm just a master at playing it, which is sad for you. I'm like, this is how it goes. You abuse me, I post it. You abuse me again, I post it again. You abuse me more, I post it more. Nobody talks about it. Nobody discusses it. You deal with it. You know that you deserve it. I'm not used to talking about it. Like, every business knows we deserve it. And if they dare step up and talk to me about it, I'm not going to answer. I'm like, hey, I'm not pretty much done with you. I was done with you when I saw you take their side. Now I feel like I'm done. Now I can go, I can relax. I'm going to tell my story now. There's no going back. And I never have gone back, no. I'm like, I know you had a choice to choose, and I don't care. I'm not saying come on my side. You didn't even say neutral. I'd rather you be neutral and just say, no, just don't do anything with Nadia. I'm not saying I want them on my side. I already got the right humans on my side. I'm saying they didn't say, hey, no, we're not interested. Get away from us. They didn't even say that. and then just stay quiet and not tell me about it. You know, they chose to do it, so it's going to be posted. You know, it's never going to be taken down. So, how much time has passed? Okay, an hour and a half. I can't believe it, but yeah, I'm just so mad about this. What if it wasn't recording? Well, then I would record it all over again. God, I'm getting so hot. It's a suede, so. But yeah, I just want to show you how mad I am. You please call them and ask them, hey, let her come back in there. You can't stop. We don't agree with it. You can't stop a patient's service when it's your fault. When you already agreed to pay, and you know, because you have more than bad, you know, just because you're low-life degenerate, you know, you're ill-mannered, you're uneducated, you're low, you know, you make poor choices. Don't fling that on her or any other patients you harass. You know, finish up the job. She shouldn't have to go somewhere else and terminate the service here. Oh, because you're too embarrassed to look at her now. Because she has all the power and control. You act like you just realized it. You guys knew she and other we've always had the power and control. We make and break your careers. And you know what? We broke it. So, and we're not sad or unhappy about it, and we don't regret it. So, if I had a chance to do it over again, I'd go harder. I'd do it even more harder. Though, if I had any regrets, I regret not doing something more than I've already done. I regret not going at it harder and pushing harder. So, yeah, if you fans could please help me in this. Please treat them like this. Call them, ask them why they're doing it. Demand, hey, take her back. Anything. Post about it, share my post, talk about it, paste, copy, paste, post it. I don't even know how many people have done that. I mean, you can't share posts, so I just found that out. I just found out recently, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 months ago. It took me 5 years to realize you can't share the post. You have to, if you don't have any friends on your list, you can't post it unless a person's a friend. I thought, that's why I made my profile public. I thought that means anybody could share. But if you could, now I don't know how many people have copy pasted and posted it on their page. People could be doing that and I wouldn't even know it. So if you could please continue, please share my post by copy pasting, you know. I'm also doing this to fight for you guys too. Anybody who got missed, who didn't have the courage to do this. I'm doing this for other people, believe it or not, just for me. You know, I want them to be scared and not do this again. Like I said, I forgot, I got sidetracked. I want that receptionist, that first point of contact, whoever got this started with the third party stalker, another big reason I'm keeping the poster is to teach that receptionist a lesson, whoever got it started. I want them to think, I wish I never would have said yes. I wish I never would have said yes. I wish I never would have said yes. If I had a chance to go back in time, I wish I would have said no when the stalker told me to mistreat and abuse Nadia. I wish I would have said no. I wish I would have said no to that stalker. I wish I could go back in time and replay it when they walked in and badmouthed her. I wish I would have said no. Well, think of it as drugs. Just say no. Just say no next time. Just focus, not more, but focus and care about your jobs and your reputation and not on being unpopular with the social misfits and rejects of society. The people that dumped them. That say, hey, get out of here, get. That's why they invent these clubs. Because people in the real world, humans, they don't give them a second look. They're like, get out of here, get out of here, she. Actually, shoo them away, fans. If them and your kid, they're near your kids, shoo them and their kids and their grand. Say, hey, shoo, she. Here, stray. Here, throw them stray piece of food. They're stray animals. Get out of here. Anyway, I just want to tell you, please help me complain. Is this normal? This is Nadia Monet with Lips of Flame. I am Lips of Flame, and I report all the shady, sneaky, underhanded business dealings that businesses do underground and under your nose.